I want to welcome you back to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. Welcome to the show. We have a great show for you today. You can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer, YouTube, Vimeo, Roku, Amazon Fire. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Dream Chasers Radio. That's Dream Chasers Radio. We have programs in English, now in Spanish. So you're going to love it. Yes. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Okay, so yes, we have a guest today. Of course we have guests, but we will be doing some talking soon because people want to hear my mind. I don't know if you want to do that really, but okay, I'm going to give it to you just like you asked for it. But today we have a great interview, and I am so happy to have just a fellow musician on the show. So please tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Right. Thank you so much for having me on your show today. I really love to be on your show. I look forward to it today. And here am I. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Emmanuel Osawaru, Saint Emmanuel Osawaru. I'm a gospel artist and also an entrepreneur. I'm a songwriter. I'm a preacher too. My background is on civil and structural engineer. I'm an engineer by profession. That's what I'm trained at.
Nice. So, okay, so why gospel music?
Gospel music has been, this is what has been my passion right from a child. Okay, I have a calling. God calls me while I was 17 years old, and that calling has been burning so much in my heart, and ever since I have never stopped. Even as times where I kind of fall away a little bit, but I still get a pull back into the kingdom. So that's the reason I use the word as sent, because I've always seen myself sent into the whole world. So gospel music is part of me.
You know, music can be a part of somebody's soul and spirit, and then the calling comes with it, you know, and I truly believe that if that's something that you are called to do, you need to be in your calling. Definitely be in that calling, because if not, you're miserable.
That's right. That's so correct.
Everything goes downhill from there.
That's right.
So wow. So tell me about your experience. I mean, what is it like to be a gospel artist? Is it different than being like a regular artist?
Beautiful. To be a gospel artist, it has to be really a calling. It has to be a passion, because you see, when you're doing a regular secular music, a lot of people want to get connected into it. But when you're doing a gospel song, because Satan is out there trying to fight what you're doing, because you're not actually doing it for money. Like I'm not really doing it for money or for fame. I'm doing it because I'm called to do it. So sometimes when you're doing these things, if you don't have a passion, if you don't have a calling to it, you can easily let go of it. You can easily give up on it. Unlike the secular music, where you get a lot of people jumping at you and they want you because of the song. But you see, with the gospel of the song, you are actually preaching Yahweh to them. It's nice. Different.
I hear you. Wow. Okay. You said Yahweh. Tell me about that.
Good. So Yahweh is God Almighty. Is the Hebrew word for God. God is the creator of heaven and earth. The Bible let us know that within the whole world consists. Without him, there is nothing that will exist, because he spoke the whole world into existence. So he is the creator of heaven and earth.
Where did you learn that? Where did you learn Yahweh? How do you know that?
I know that because he reveals himself to me in different formats. And one of the way he has revealed himself to me is yeah. He revealed himself to me when I was very little. And he said to me, I am your God. Years ago, I used to pray. I wanted to be an engineer. Really wanted to be one of the best engineer all over the world. And
Mhm.
every time I pray, I say, Lord, I want to be best engineer, make engineer. And he says, engineer of souls. He said, I'm for you, I'm Yahweh. So he made himself, he gave me the revelation. And immediately I key into the revelation, my
Mhm.
life just moved from glory to glory. And it has
Mhm.
never ceased ever since.
Hmm. Did you ever try to run away from your calling?
I did. Oh, I'll tell you a little bit about it. I did and I got punished for it. Oh,
Ooh.
oh my goodness. I actually tried to run away. Of course, I wanted to just run away and enjoy the other side of life. But you see, when I walk out of my calling, I run into the hands of the enemy.
Mm.
They welcome me in and they wanted to smash me because they know that I carry a calling from God.
Mhm.
But you see, when they came against me like a flood, they wanted to squeeze me. And then
Mhm.
I remember Yahweh. I have to come back to him and say, Lord, say, help me. Like
Mhm.
Samson did. And he helped me and pulled
Mhm.
me back home.
Do you believe that other people have different callings in their life? Like not everybody has a calling to be a pastor or to be this or be that. That everybody has a different ministry or a different
Yes,
path that they must take. And
I
even
believe so.
though it may not be gospel music, it may be love,
Yes,
relationship. Because I
that's
mean,
right.
think about it this way. I mean, if we all sing in gospel, then how do we know about love and relationships in
That's right.
songs? Because I truly like Aretha Franklin sometimes, and I thought that she was an amazing vocalist as a gospel because she did
Yeah.
gospel in the beginning. Mahalia Jackson was always playing in my home. Okay, so
Hmm.
but we also did a little bit of Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I mean that kind of music was always playing, but it wasn't the music like yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
I
know what I'm
understand.
trying to say, right? You know
I
what I'm saying,
do.
right? So,
I
I mean,
do.
do you believe that everybody has their own path that they have to take, that the Most High has already, or Yahweh has already ordained for them to take, and that even
That's
if they
correct.
step out of that path, they're in misery?
That's right. You're very correct. Everybody has their own calling. Not everybody are called to be a minister. Even some pastors you see today, some of them are not called to be a pastor. They are
Mm-hmm.
only called to tell people about the love of God. By the time they made themselves pastors, they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
When you are doing something that you're not called to do, you struggle. But when you're actually called for something, you're doing and you're in that part, you will
Mm-hmm.
find it even when there's trials and temptation, you have a conviction within you that
Mm-hmm.
this thing is my calling, and you go through joyfully. Some people are called to just be a teacher. I tell people, you might just be called to be a primary school teacher. Do it with joy. You can be called to just be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Do it with joy and raise your children to the best. You can be called to just be a husband. It doesn't need to be a gospel artist at all, but
Mm-hmm.
just do it with joy.
Right. I mean, some people are called to be nurses and doctors and help
Correct.
restore people's bodies,
That's right.
So I think that everybody has something they need to do. And if you don't fulfill yours, I can't do mine.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Wow. So what kind of songs do you have? I mean, I know that you have one that you sent me. Tell me about that one. Tell me about that song.
Okay. I'll actually, I love the fact that you brought that song up. I want to talk to you about it. The song, I have an album, is called I Love You, Jesus. It was my first album. For many years, I've always sing with other gospel artists and play instrument, enjoy the choir, but I haven't really done mine. But last year, the Holy Spirit said to me, do me a song. He literally asked me to do it. And I said, Lord, but I don't even have a song. I had no written. And then he said, do me a song. I said, yeah, God, okay. I started to pray. And then he gave me a song while I was sleeping. In my sleep, I started singing and singing and sang loud out of my sleep. Immediately, I took a pen and I wrote it down. So then, you see, there were puzzles. They didn't match up. And I said, Lord, they didn't match up, yeah? So I kept praying. And then I also opened my Bible, give me words quickly and said, how do you do it? So when I put those words together, it became a song. And then he led me into, I went to the studio. When I got to the studio, it looks as if I've been a musician. I've been singing for years. Words just started coming out. And the one I sent to you was my best. I call it my best because it was my letter. I call it a letter to Yahweh. That's my letter to Jesus Christ. So it's called I Love You, Jesus. Every of my being is in that song. Every of my being.
Wow. Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. You know, where can people find you? You have a social media page, YouTube, Facebook, website?
I do. So I have an Instagram. It's called you can actually access my Instagram with at Emmanuel Osawaru. Emmanuel spelled EMMANUEL. Osawaru is OSAWARU, or at k.osawaru1. You can also access it that way. So, and on my Facebook page, you can access it. It's simple. It's just Emmanuel Osawaru. It's my Facebook page as well. And my YouTube channel is called, because I have a record label now. I have my own record label. It's called Saint Symphony Records. In one word, Saint, SAINTSYMPHONY, Saint Symphony Records. So you can always, and then I have my own website as well. It's called saintsymphoniesrecords.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for being on the show. You guys, we're going to have all that information in the description box below. So all you have to do is copy and paste that into your browser if it's not highlighted. If it is highlighted, just click on it. It'll take you straight there. And as you've been watching this video, if you're watching on YouTube or Vimeo, Amazon Fire or Roku, then that would be right under him. So you will see at least his Instagram right under him. So that way you guys can go and follow him. I'm going to go ahead and back out and say thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. And don't forget to dare to be different. Wow, Mr. Emmanuel, Saint Emmanuel Osawaru. Oh gosh, I'm so.
Thank you. You tried.
It. Well, go ahead and introduce this song to you. Go right ahead.
The album is I Love You, Jesus, and one of it is I Love You, Jesus. Actually, okay. Should I sing it? What you mean?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and play that right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being on the show. And thank you guys again. Here's that song. I love you, Jesus.
Angels bow before him. What a mighty God we serve. His name is high above other names. His name is miracle. His name is Lord. His name is high above other names. His name is miracle. His name is healing. His name is high above other names. His name is Jesus. His name is Lord. His name is higher miracle. His name is Lord. His name is Lord. Higher, 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 higher. His name is higher above all names. His name is miracle. His name is healing. Hallelujah. Higher, 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 higher. Awesome and great are you, Lord. Beautiful and kind. You are Lord. You are Lord of lords. You are King of all kings. Jesus is your name, Lord of all Lord. You are good, doer so good, Lord of all Lord. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to tell you of the love of God and His protection for His children. This is a true life story. There was this Christian brother who loved Jesus so much and also liked beautiful girls. He liked to bring them to church. One day the married kingdom has planned to kill him with an accident. At the bus stop where he normally waited for the bus. On that fateful day, this brother was waiting for the bus. There was a beautiful girl on the other side of the road, opposite the bus stop. This brother went to the girl. As he turned back, behold, a truck ran into the bus stop, the same spot where the brother was standing. And when he looked to the other side where the girl was, the girl disappeared. And angels appeared and saved him in the form of a beautiful girl. What can God not do for His children? What can He not do? He knows how to keep us. The Bible says He preserved us
above all names. His name is miracle. His name is Lord.
His name is Lord.
Higher, 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 higher. His name is higher above all names. His name is miracle. His name is healing.
Hallelujah.
Higher, 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 higher. To be different.